When it comes to water quality in Southwest Florida, we often focus on the presence of algae as a criteria of good or bad. But scientists are diving into another pollutant, microplastics. The pieces are so small, they're hard to see with the naked eye. Microplastics have been found in everything from snow in Antarctica to breast milk.
Wake News reporter Liz Byro takes you under the microscope for a closer look related to our environment.
The Southwest Florida lifestyle. It's why many move here and others stay.
The whole thing for Southwest Florida water quality is the whole lifestyle is based on around here.
Burn Southard knows it. I met him on his daily stroll around Riverside Park.
As for the water quality right now, it looks pretty good. There's no algae or anything in it.
Beautiful this day, but algae's not the only concern. Below the surface, scientists worry about another pollutant, invisible to the naked eye, microplastics.
Once they are in the environment, taking them out is almost impossible.
You don't have to be a scientist, like FGCU's Dr. Puspa Edikari, to know plastic in the water is not good, any way you put it. Microplastics, you guessed it, are small pieces of plastic.
Smaller than 5 millimeter in size.
Or the thickness of a pencil. They can start as large pieces of plastic, like these bottles and bags on the shore of Riverside Park, and break down over time. Or they are manufactured that way.
There are so many microplastics everywhere, in water, in soil, in atmosphere, everywhere.
They've moved up the food chain. We find them in fish. More alarming, we're finding them in our bodies, our blood, urine, even breast milk. I went across Southwest Florida, grabbed water samples from Charlotte Harbor, Fort Myers Beach, the Caloosahatchee and Cocohatchee River Park in Naples, and I took them to Dr. Edikari's lab in the water school at FGCU.
So we're going to run the sample through a vacuum pump.
Researcher Sophia Clarasola does this to filter out the water and grab any plastic. Fellow researcher Sophie Levitt places that filter under the microscope, and to no one in this lab's surprise.
This is the Fort Myers Beach sample. We're looking at a bead here of some kind. The first thing that comes to my mind is like those facial cleansers that have the exfoliating beads in them.
There's one. There's another one over here.
This is the sample from Collier's Cocohatchee River Park, where Ellen and Marvin Pinchuk enjoyed checking out the boats.
Doesn't shock me because nobody really seems to care enough here.
The recycling policies here are not even up to par in any way.
In every sample, we found microplastics.
It's a very hard topic to deal with, and the effects are long-term effects.
It will be some time before we know the full long-term effects. Until then, Dr. Edikari says the solution is reducing your plastic footprint. Liz Byro, Wink News.